Hello, Taurus. It is time for your mid-month update for August. We're going to start out with an oracle card and see what the primary theme or energy is that you'll be working with. And we have eye to eye. What immediately came to my mind is, have you been having trouble seeing eye to eye with a partner, with someone in your community? Maybe there's been a conflict, or you're agreeing to disagree kind of feeling. Or maybe that's what you need to do, is just agree to disagree, because there's no ill intent on either side. This is just something you guys don't agree about, but you agree about a whole lot of other things. Don't let this one thing tear that apart or break it apart, because you never know. All of the views may evolve over time. Views do evolve, beliefs evolve over time. Don't let this one little thing, this moment in time, destroy this connection, because it feels like it's beneficial to both of you to still be in contact in some way as you're moving into the future here. Let me see if there's anything else I get off of that card. See, eye to eye. And I don't know if somebody needs new glasses or it's time to at least get your eyes checked. That's coming forward too. So let's see what your tarot cards have to say. Let's say it's not hazy outside. Go get your eyes checked. Okay. All right. We're starting with the Star and the Judgment card, the Death card, the Five of Wands, and the Four of Wands. Okay. Bit heavy on the major arcana there. So this whole thing could have to do with a celebration that you guys are working on. I don't know if you're maybe have a marriage coming up and these are in-laws or something like that, where you need to find a way to get along, even if you guys don't always agree on everything. You do not have to see eye to eye on everything. That's what makes us human. That's what makes us who we are, is that we all have our own opinions and ideas about how things should be done. You just need to respect each other's opinions, but you cannot impose your will necessarily on the other person. So sometimes you have to compromise. And when you can't, you just have to recognize that that is their point of view, and your opinion is your opinion, and that's okay. Focus on the things that you guys do agree on, that you do agree about. And if there needs to be a tiebreaker in there or somebody else to arbitrate the disagreement, then invite that person or ask them to make the decision, because you guys each have a different one. So they need somebody else to say what their preference is. Perhaps you need to refer to the people that are involved in the celebration here, the bride or the groom or the birthday girl or boy. What is it that they want? If it's a choice between a white cake or chocolate cake, and you both have strong opinions on that, I would go to the couple or the people that this celebration is for and ask them what kind of cake they want, or just get a marble cake. Okay. Interesting that they brought that up. I like it. Yeah. Okay. Let's get into the individual cards. We're starting off here with the Star card, and this is a card that's typically about self-care. So what it feels like is you can get caught up in some small things, which can cause that agitation and can get you frustrated, and kind of making a mountain out of a molehill, even though it doesn't feel necessarily like a small matter to you in that moment. Is, in a way, you just want to be right, because this person just rubs you the wrong way sometimes, or at least because they have this particular belief that you strongly disagree with. Now you're going to disagree with everything, or now you just want to argue about everything. Pull yourself back. Take a breath. Go out and ground, walk around outside, hug a tree, listen to some music, do something to distract yourself from that and allow your emotions to calm down. And realize that this is just a speck in time. Remember the things that you do like about this person, the things that you do agree on. This isn't something, again, it's not a relationship that you want where you want to burn bridges. It's not a connection where you want to sever it permanently. That's not going to serve anyone in this situation. So you need to find a way to get along. So I think the star is coming up because it wants you to take a break. If you need to take a break, make sure you're taking care of your energy, paying attention to your energy. Perhaps part of what's going on is that you are feeling drained because of all the preparations and everything other things that are going on in life. And you just need to find time to take a break, take a bath, do something for yourself that helps you um, not necessarily calm down, but brings you back to more even keel energetically, where you're not feeling stretched thin, where you're not being more emotionally reactive because you're tense and you're irritated because you don't have time. You just don't have time. That's the primary thing pushing through. You just don't have time to deal with it. Relax. Do something, take some deep breaths, do some meditation, take care of your energy. Make sure you're eating well, you're getting enough water, and you're taking care of yourself through this process. That's going to serve you best as you're going through this month here and help you see things or respond at least in a much calmer way. And then we have the Judgment card. This is a card indicating that you are on the right track. You are doing what you are supposed to do. You're paying attention to the signs and the synchronicities around you. So you know you're going in the right direction. There is acceptance in here. It can be about ascension. So you're also leveling up in a way. This is a challenge maybe put out to you by the universe, by the divine, to see if you're really ready for what these next stages in your life are going to bring. How you are changing your behavior for the better as you move forward in life. You're maturing when it comes to relationships, I guess, with people who can seem contentious to you and sometimes. And you may just be learning how to handle them, if you will. And you may recognize that when your energy is scattered and off, then the energy you get back from others is also scattered and off. And that energy just keeps feeding, which just keeps adding tension and riling up the situation. So you're noticing a lot of that about yourself and you're evolving like almost in this moment here. I'm like, wait a minute. If I can take some deep breaths and if I can bring myself to a calm place and meet them with that calm energy, and that calms the situation down. And it brings us to a place where we can agree on something, where we can compromise. Or maybe I can provide not an emotional argument, but logic or something that makes sense and gets them to agree with you. But you cannot force your opinion and you cannot force them to agree with you. You would have to provide a logical, factual reason or argument to sway them in your direction. This is a card indicating ultimately success or growth. Growth might be the primary thing here. Growth in this whole situation, growth in how you handle these types of tense situations. And with people who have the same belief maybe that you don't have, there's a change or a shift in how you respond to that. And I'm feeling pride in how you've handled this, because you would have handled it differently in the past, but you feel good about how it's coming out, how things are turning out, how you are reacting or responding. And then we have the Death card. This is another major arcana card, and the Death card is less about literal death and more about transformation. And with the Judgment card right before it, this is that turning point where you're no longer necessarily going to get instant how do I want to say this? Respond instantly with aggression or instantly by getting angry. You're going to now going forward. So you're transforming this behavior. You're transforming this pattern. Now you respond with calm and you want to learn more and you try to understand and respond in a much cooler and much more, in a way that invites understanding instead of invites conflict. This is a big shift, a big change, a big evolution for you here in these 3 weeks, or it's not 3 weeks, these 3 cards. But you're going to be much happier in this way too, because you're understanding how your energy works and how people respond to your energy. And it's just a good thing for you to learn. And you're going to be able to use it right away and turn things for the better to make it more positive and a much more enriching experience for everybody. And then we have the 5 of Wands. This is where there's a little competitive spirit in there. A little friendly competition is what it feels like. It does not feel aggressive. It does not feel anything bad. This is a friendly competition. So maybe if this were, for example, back to the cake, the chocolate versus the white cake, this may be you both create a presentation for the bride and the groom or the whoever the subject is of this event for why you feel that they should have white cake or why you feel that they should have chocolate cake. And you're going to present that presentation to them, all in good humor, all with a little bit of a lightheartedness, because this is not a serious, life-changing matter. It's something that is just this little conflict, and you're choosing to handle it with humor and grace. So 5s can be about those challenges and competitions. And the 5 of Wands in particular, you feel passionately about chocolate cake and they feel passionately about white cake. I know I feel, oh, what is it? I can't find the right word. Like I'm not treating it with the levity that maybe you may be feeling about it, especially at the beginning, but it's definitely something that becomes more of a friendly competition. I'm also picturing like the potato sack races for some reason, but friendly competition. Focus on what you're doing, not what the other person is doing, because this is going to be, you're going to be presenting it. It needs to be how you feel about it, your ideas of it, why you think that white cake is better than chocolate cake or vice versa. But put your thought into it. Don't worry about what they're doing or what they might say. Focus on the positive things, perhaps, that come from the chocolate cake versus the white cake. Or, and why that's a better option. And then you're just going to present it to them. And then they would be making that final decision. What do they want? And they may have a totally other idea. Maybe they want fruitcake. Then that's what you're going to have. Or maybe you'll find a solution where there's a small white cake, a small chocolate cake, and a fruit cake, and everybody's happy. But whatever it is, there is a solution. It does work out, and everybody is happy in the end. Because we're ending here at the 4 of Wands. Wands are back in that they're passionate, they're bold, they're out there. It's fire, it's creativity and destruction sometimes, but creativity, and in this case, it's a lighthearted feeling. It's not a big deal of the competition, but just focus on what you want and your work for when you present it. That's how you're going to put your best foot forward, if you will. That's how your strongest influence is going to come in, not by antagonizing the white cake, saying it's bland or something like that. That's not going to help the chocolate cake win. Okay, back to this 4 of Wands. So the 4 of Wands, 4s are a solid foundation. They're about building their stability. This is usually about 2 communities, 2 groups coming together to celebrate something. A lot of times this can be a wedding, it can be an engagement, but it's something where it's like 2 different families or 2 different communities, or maybe it's a company and a community, a city and a company coming together to create something that helps everybody, that everyone can enjoy. So this is a moment of celebration, of partying, of having fun together, of enjoying and celebrating this union, this connection, this new fresh start. And it's beautiful. And again, it's a great way, it's a great celebratory way to end the month for you. And I love that. So you can work through this initial tension. It's going to be beautiful. And you're going to feel a great sense of satisfaction. No matter what kind of cake is served, you're going to have a great sense of satisfaction about this event and your part in it. And I love that for you. That is what I have for you, Taurus, for your mid-August update. Please hit that like button and please hit subscribe to help me grow my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you later.